They're so bad. I'm just try and melee it. I killed it. I killed it. I did it. Get fucked out. Now there's another one. Okay, so they're squishy, both literally and figuratively, I suppose. Like, we can kill them in melee, we just have to not be paralyzed. That thing dropped a bunch of stuff. It's Mr. X, he just keeps coming back. It's horrifying because it's probably true. Did it drop anything worth anything? Cursed Amulet of Resist Fire. No, nothing worth anything. I mean, we got a Book of Spells. Book of Spells is a good get. We'll use that. Come on, Rune of Return. Heal medium wounds, also acceptable. How much does that cost? 3 compared to 1. We'll hold on to it. Heal medium wounds is a spell that I was actually debating on. But instead we got AoE that I've not really been using, but we still have it, you know? I love that there's that shadow up there just chilling out while I'm sitting down here resting repeatedly to gain my mana and shit back. Shadow doesn't give a damn, it's just sitting up there, chilling out, waiting patiently. Just magic bolt it, and then melee. Here we go. Can the AoE hit me of my Cold Bolt? I actually don't know, let's find out. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. That men are nasty. How does heal do? About 30 points. That's not bad. I don't think it's as mana efficient as just our basic little wimpy heal spell though, but... Alright, we have stairs down. That's a slime. Good God. You know what? I know you're hiding up there, so I'm just gonna cold bolt the hallway. There, now you're dead. Oh, let's see here. Something broke this door. No idea. Magic ring, maybe? Ring of Adornment. Be gone. A giant man-sized ring. It's not to scale. It's enlarged to show texture. That's a portentous staircase right there. Stairway descending deeper into the dungeon in a fancy-looking room. Ooh, hey. Shadow's not playing around. That's okay. Wow. Okay, we cannot melee shadows. I mean, we can, but not really. We can, but we shouldn't. It rings tiny and hard to see. Yes. I mean, if you want to go for that, look back at like Dungeon Master, where there's like the entire dungeon is this stark white color palette, and one of the first keys you find in the game, if not the first key you find in the game, is this fucking thing that's like the same color as the floor. Best game design. I don't know if I'd say that, Ela, but it's okay. Keeps you on your toes. I think they do that a couple times in the game too. There's more than one key like that where it's really hard to see against the floor. Hey, a scroll of Rune of Return. How convenient should I need to escape back to town. And then I can go and pay 1,000 gold pieces. Nothing in the broken pack. And then I can go pay 1,000 gold pieces to get back. Sounds like a good deal to me. We'll just do that going forward. How are we actually looking on cash? 8,500. And, you know, miscellaneous garbage here to sell in my inventory. Just let me swap where items are in the inventory game. I just want all my healing potions at the start. Good God. Distillation of water. I know. The scrolls say one thing and then do another. Very duplicitous. Animated statue resists the attack, huh? Alright, magic arrow works. Alright. Large wooden shield. Unless this thing is heavily enchanted, it's probably not worth using. It is cursed. Alright. Let's see. I love the secret, like the doorways that lead to a hallway with a doorway that's just a wall on the other side. That is such like an old D&D trolley bullshit thing. We found a chest with a wand and a shield in it. Alright. Normal shield. Wand of haste monster, so that's cursed, I think. Sadly. It's a shame because wands sell for a lot when they're not cursed. I'm making him in Dungeon Keeper 2 with a boulder trap behind it. That's so mean. So mean. We got eaten by spiders. I tried to run away. Eaten by spiders. Ah. Terrible. Now there's a gelatinous cube down here. God damn it. Fucking cast shield. Save. There's an ant there. That was a scorpion. Okay. Let's identify some things. Scroll detect monster. We get a new level though, so I guess that counts for something. See, we get a pendant of resist cold. So I can fireball myself at close range and not worry about it. And a normal suit of ring mail. Alright, which is better between ring and scale? Scale mail is better than ring mail. Alright. That, we'll hold on to it. I can probably vendor it. Is any cut not a murderous cut? I mean, I don't know. A fate every Australian has to suffer, the scorpions. I don't know, I mean, knife play is a thing, I suppose. Wow! That manticore just pushed our shit in. We've killed like half a dozen of them. That was surprising. I was not expecting that. Again, I tried to melee it, but again, we've killed them before. I wonder if there's some scaling going on that as we get deeper in monsters, maybe get a little bit beefier. Because it's the, Manticore attacks you 6 times and tail spikes hit you. That's what's fucking us up so bad. Jeez. Too heavy. Ah, it's just leather. Don't care. Okay, we found the spider chamber. I'm gonna die again because I'm mashing and not paying attention to my hit points. Because we can kill these guys in melee, but we should be killing them with spells. Now I should run away because we're almost dead. Well, we're almost out of mana, I should say. Okay, we're going back up a level to sleep because this level is being... Oh... Carrion Creeper, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Up we go. Back down. Getting some funky... Yeah, I like the non-standard square rooms as well. That's flavorful to me. An evil warrior. All right. Dude had some hit points. Yeah, the non-standard room shapes are definitely a selling point for me. There are good warriors as well. I don't know, maybe we are the good warrior. Go away, Shadow, I don't want to fight you. They take forever to kill because we have to use our, like, wussy baby offensive magics on them. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be the good warrior. I don't know. I don't know if I would say a light warrior. Oh, that's a golem. I thought that was a zombie. Oops. Animate wooden statues kicking the shit out of me. But we got him. Okay, we have a manticore. Cross his name off his forehead. Get him while he's down before he reanimates. The offensive magic is definitely feeling less like a solve all at this point. It's starting to kind of lose some of the easy mode of it. Which means maybe next level we won't get Rune of Return. Maybe we'll get like Firebolt or something, or Lightning Bolt. Funky Speedo wearing weirdo lived outside his house, got his house burnt down. And we took it real personal, yeah. There are just some things you don't do. You kill a man's family and you burn his house down, and then what has he got to lose? That's the thing. The only way you can go from that is either up or into the ground. Okay. I was gonna say we're done with the level, but we are not. Aim. There we go. Get my nappy nap in. Even without legs, this dungeon is very handicap accessible. All the stairs are ramps. We're just crawling. Don't kill Keanu's dog. Yeah. Yeah. I can. Yeah. I can see why he reacted the way to that he did. I am very much a dog person, and I would take that personal. What do we got? Anything worth anything amongst all of this garbage? No. Elixir of Speed. All right. What is the Elixir of Speed? All right, it's just haste. I was wondering if it was like maybe a permanent stat boost or something. We did get another book of spells though. Something good. Resist cold. Not good, but I suppose I'll take it. Yeah, we are running out of carrying capacity. A trip to town is looking kind of likely here before too much longer. Yeah, anybody that hurts animals like that, that's a vengeancing. Losing your house to a tax sale and making a Forrest Gump style walking trek across countryside, throat punching every elected official along the way until you get to the governor. Yeah. Clairvoyance, I could. But why would I do that? When instead we can just wander drunkenly through the halls praying for death. Oh, what is that? That's a cave bear. That's not a regular bear. We've encountered Mark II bear here. Hello, airport noises. 2-tile wide room exit. Yes. There have been a couple rooms that we've seen thus far that had double doors, which is pretty impressive to me for a game of this age. Not Skyrim levels. Yeah. Skyrim bears are scary. May not look like the butt, but Jesus Christ. Horrifying. Man, that scorpion poison is no joke. Oh, that's a wolf man. All right. I accidentally fireballed myself. Nice. I survived, though. I have resist cold. Carrion Creeper, Manticore. I'm gonna leave that room alone, I think. Both of those are dangerous enemies. They're also experience. How close am I to leveling? Dangerously close to leveling. The saber-tooth. A lot of the wildlife in Skyrim was super dangerous because of how it scaled. How does resist cold help against fire? My fireballs are cold balls, that's how. There's one down. The paralyzer is down, which... Okay, there we go. Whew. Between the two of them, I was more worried about the paralyzer. Okay. Come on, there we go. That should be it for this level, I think. Yes. Save. Rest. How are we looking? Getting there, about 100 experience away. Oh, that's a paralyzer. Yep, yep, yep. Nasty. Paralysis resistance is going to be a big one for us, I think. Cat decided on a slower lunch, eating enemy guards. I can respect it. Okay, is this flail worth anything? It's probably just non-magical. Oh, it's cursed. Even better. I do like how magic items and cursed items, they gave them like the glow. That's something that I really liked in old games that they don't really do in games anymore. Sabertooth's sneaking up on you while you're sneaking up. Sabertooths are the true stealth archer build of Skyrim. Okay. Can I pull the shadow first? Wow, that thing moved fast. Okay. I was expecting to have some time to shoot at it. So I'm curious if enemy spawns are like automatically set before you go into the level. So like we bumped into that carrion creeper on this level. I wonder if that means there's gonna be another one. Although I suppose I should just expect them going forward. Oop. What's in the box? Nothing. Disappointment is what filled that box. I mean, if you guys are looking for another, like, kind of Skyrim-esque game, check out Tainted Grail. It's kind of janky, but it's fun, and it's Arthurian, but it's you know, your open world RPG. Tainted Grail. T-A-I-N-T. It's Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, I think. It's on Steam. And from what I've played, it's a decent enough little open world game. It's not as big as something like Skyrim, but it's been keeping me entertained. I've been playing that, and I actually picked up Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Grail Taint, there you go. Boom, got it. As I stretch. Oh, slowly waking up. The board game Kickstarter? Oh boy. I've seen that. Like, it looks like a very interesting game, but it's one that looks like that I know that I would buy and then never play. And there's our level. Rune of Return. All right. Resist cold, you're out. Rune of Return, you're in. And it takes a minute to go off, and there we go. Buy and never play, describe 90%. Yeah. My problem is that I play stuff, I start it, and then I'm like, oh, I should let's play this. Ask me how that's working. We're doing better, but dang. Yeah, I've slowed down my purchase of tabletop stuff as well. Just... A, I don't have anybody to play it with, and B, like, space. Let's see, Ring of Intelligence, Ring of Constitution. Ring of Intelligence is honestly tempting to me. Except I don't actually know what intelligence does. Overview of the game, maybe? No. Higher intelligence gives you more mystical power mana, okay. Also a better chance of disarming traps. Yeah. How much is this thing? 3,600. Yeah, I'm gonna sell my Ring of Strength and trade that for a Ring of Intelligence. I just think that that's a better deal for me, since we're mostly spellcasting anyways. sell these extra healing potions too. All right, let's see. Armor, buy my crap ass ring mail, please. 3,600, I'm glad I held on to that. Yeah, weapons are worth a bit as well. All right, so what you guys got? Anything, an enchanted warhammer. Strongly increases your hit. I think warhammers are pretty good. Just under a longsword. Now I'm not gonna make that upgrade. If it's only like a little step above. The original Tainted Grail conquest in your stream library. Huh, nice. Baron's War minis will also be D&D. Yeah, that's one thing that I've been trying to be very, very mindful of when it comes to like mini purchases. I'm buying stuff that I can use in multiple things as best as possible. Because yeah, I gotta be conscious about space and stuff. It's just getting to be too much, and like I said, you know, I don't have anybody to actually play with out here, so yeah, kind of sucks, but it is the way. Let's see, increase armor value. I don't know how much the enchanted on enchanted leather helmets actually bumps their defense up, or I would maybe consider them. Right. You guys buy blank scrolls? No. I'm sure the junk shop probably would. You guys, yeah. All right, well, we've milled out all of our everything, and now I'm like running around with a ton of money. Yeah, deposit my medic. All right, there we go. So now I have a letter of credit. No money, but I still have all of my copper. So I should still be able to spend my money. We just don't have to worry about carrying it anymore. Maniac garage sale you should have went to. Sold a lot of stuff for very cheap. I mean, that's one of the best ways to really stock up on stuff is you find people that are just like selling their collections because they're getting out of the hobby or whatever. And it's one of those things where it's much better to do it in like meat space, because if you do it like online on auction sites and stuff, that's just gonna bloat the price out and all of that. Come on, teleport me back. There we go. All right. Granny clothes and as seen on TV crap. Sometimes you gotta travel. Like that is one thing is it's getting to be the time of year now for them to start doing garage sales out here. They call them tag sales. I don't know. New England things. Anyways, one of the perks of me like walking is I've been walking around like my neighborhood and I'm seeing all these signs for people that are like, oh yeah, we're gonna be selling stuff, you know, whenever. And so I'm just waiting, and one of these days I'm gonna go out on my walk and have to like lug a TV home with me or some shit. Because like for me, I'd be looking for like old video game consoles and stuff, D&D books, you know, nerdy bullshit. Because by and large, I'm not too interested in like tchotchkes and stuff. Metal Gear and Strider at a great, yeah, like exactly. Get all kinds of good stuff. You just gotta hunt. And it helps if you go, like the best places to go, depending on what you're looking for, you want to go to like more affluent neighborhoods, you know, where the money is, because that's where you're going to get like better hauls of stuff. And you also, when college lets out for the year, if you want furniture, you go to college campuses and kids will sell you shit like so cheap. Like I've got a an entertainment center in here that I have my TV sitting on. And I don't even know, it's nice, and I think I paid like $15 for it. The only downside is you need to like transfer your own shit, like transport it, and that's obviously not something everybody's gonna be able to do. Ah, no. Stunner. Spellbook, immediately wuss out. Phase door, please. Where is that son of a bitch? Ooh. What is that? These things are like invisible, going through the darkness. I hate it. This game's terrible. Never mind, game's good. I'm having a good time with this. I'm having a really good time with this, honestly. All things considered. I can't remember if in the second game we import our character from this one into it. I think we do. Because I remember the second game, you go and fight the big boss that's like behind all of this shit. But I don't know. Think we're done? I think we're done. Have a nappy nap. Oh, we've actually, wow. I just realized we must have gotten, it must have been this most recent level. We got a substantial boost to our mana. The last time I looked at it, our cap was like 30 something, and now we're at like 52. Metal Gear? God, what was it I was playing? Oh, I started recording Tales of Berseria again. One of my viewers, Ford Prefect, he's been around for ages. He sent me an old server machine of his that I'm going to be repurposing in my basement workshop for mini painting streams. Because like I have an extra microphone, it's my old Blue Yeti, and I can drag that down there. And so now I have another computer I can drag down there. And in exchange for me like covering shipping for it, because I had originally wanted to, he's like, could you just do some Tales of Berseria recordings? So instead of that, I'm doing Tales of Berseria for a couple weeks here, and one of the characters in that, they do the Metal Gear Solid, the Solid Snake method of conversation, where somebody says something and you just answer them with a question that's the same thing that they're talking about. So it's like, you know, somebody's like, yeah, I've been reading a book, and you're like, book? Yeah, it's been a romance novel. Romance novel. Yeah, it's about these people that, you know, are murdering each other, and you just keep going. And from what I understand, it actually works. I don't know. Okay, can we stack Rings of Intelligence, is my question. Yes, we can. Oh, that's where all the extra spell points came from. Our intelligence. This ring's getting us, I think, 14 spell points. Yeah, holy shit, okay. Screw defenses, we've got mana. Bracers of Defense. And a scroll of Create Traps. That's probably cursed. Cast a spell, Create Traps. I don't know. Glass Cannon, exactly. Direct Japanese translations. Yeah, that is 100% what it is. But it works. The only thing this means is that I can now afford to just spam my higher end offensive magics, but my problem is that instead of getting higher end offensive magics, I got Rune of Return. We could have had Lightning Bolt, but no. Chat's like, think of the savings for all of that, all of the money that you have. It is convenient for getting back to town. I'm not gonna complain. Secret door, yes. A steel helmet. All right. I'm sure it's cursed because, oh, it's not even magical. Oh no, maybe it is. Let me come back in here. Let me close the door. Identify. No, it's normal. All right, well, that's gonna be an upgrade. There, we got some of our defenses back. 46. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Our armor is way lower. What else did I swap out? Unless the last, because like I thought our defense, like our armor value was up there. Unless that was from shield, maybe? I don't know. Video games. Denying the latest Mana game. Publisher killing the developer studio and leaving the game unpatched leaves a sour taste. Yeah, that tends to turn me off of things. If there's, like, unless it's a smaller game, if you release your game and there's like no post-launch support whatsoever, that's kind of, for me, a red flag. I'm not necessarily asking for like, you know, major content updates or anything, but just, you know, like bug fixes and stuff.
Fresh meat.
Hey, Huracut, thank you very much. In 31 months. Clawing ever closer to 3 years. Madness. I think it's what, you hit 4 years. You hit 4 years and you get a stream. You stream a game. Because at that point you will have shoveled me enough money that I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, fine. Leave out everything Bethesda ever made. Yeah. Oh, that bear just bodied my ass. I tried to run. Alas, too late. Short hello and goodbye. Godspeed, Huracut. I hope you have a nice weekend as well. Now I have to go back and get revenge on that bear. Fucking love Daggerfall, though. Is that a troll? That is 100% a gruesome troll. Alright. Yeah, we got him. 1 hour of stream per 1 year of sub support sounds like the deal of a lifetime. Well, I normally charge $50. $50 per hour for my Let's Play commissions. So $200 worth of subscriptions. It's a little more. It's actually, you should be getting it after 40 months, but 4 years is easier for me to track. Like that's why when we streamed River City Ransom, that was for Brendan. It was, yes. Because I asked you what you wanted me to play, and you just threw that out there. You're like, I don't know, River City Ransom. And so I was like, all right, I remembered. No worries. It's you don't have to thank me. That's me as a thank you to you for the years of support. Like, that's insane. Scroll of Cold Bolt, a battle axe that is normal. Probably worth some money though, if I had to guess. Can we sleep? See, the downside is that to get all of our mana back now, it takes forever. River City Ransom was a ton of fun. Did I ever play Tales of Destiny? I don't think so. Tales of Destiny. Oh yes, I have. I played that years ago. Years and years and years ago. That game gets really hard. I think I emulated it though, if I had to guess. Several years more. I certainly hope so. Certainly. I have to be doing this as long as I am physically able. If for no other reason than to work through my backlog. Oh wow, this room is dancing. Let's not. Let's heal first. Okay. We're gonna immediately cold ball this group. Ah, shit, the thief is moving. All right, Smirking Thief is missing me. Hit me once. Get out of here, get out of here. All right, Smirking Thief is down. We can just kill bandits. Let's see, what do we get here? A bunch of silver, elixir of heal medium wounds, and a purse with... small coinage in it. Nothing too crazy. Did they steal one of my potions? Maybe I just forgot to put it back onto my belt. Cursed amulet. Man! I would love to find a magical amulet that is not cursed. As you examine the content of the bandit's chest, you realize with a shock that some of what's here came from your farm and village. You recognize cloths and merchandise from the general store and even a battered shield that hung over the blacksmith's forge. You root through the chests, hoping against hope that your father's amulet is here, but you are disappointed. You know for sure, however, that you're on the right track. These marauders you defeated must surely have been responsible for torching your home. You feel a savage joy at repaying them in kind. You aren't done yet, you know, for there is still this run year to deal with, but his time of reckoning is fast approaching. All right. Is this stuff magical? I am interrupted. By what? Oh, Ratman's. Yeah, the medium heal is definitely doing some work now, I gotta say. Rat husbando, hey, you can do worse. Okay, no. Identify. Normal. I'm interrupted. Get out of here, goblin, I'm looting. Jesus. Normal shield. Ooh, an enchanted flail. Yoink. What do we got? Strongly increases chance to hit and damage. All right, I think longswords are better than flails, but I believe flails are still pretty good. What did I just do? Go back. Flail is a 6 versus an 8. I'll give it a go and we'll see. Goblin wants loot too. Well, Goblin should have gotten here first then. And this is some more magical, tentatively magical goodies here. Never owned it. You'd rent it a lot and play the snot out of it in other old games. Cinema had a killer stock of old retro games. Hell yeah. That's interesting. Like, the town I grew up in, we had a little movie shop in town. It was called the Movie Zoo. And they also rented out games, and like that's something that I remember very starkly from my childhood was going in and renting like Nintendo games, and when they were closing down, going in and just buying a shitload of like old Nintendo games. That's actually where I got my copy of like Kid Icarus. Man, I had forgotten about that. Happy memories. Enchanted leather armor. Can I get the scale mail? Ah, it's too heavy. A 4-slot belt, you say? Well then. Drop my old belt, get the new hotness. Close this so that it unfucks everything. How much does this thing weigh? 9,000. Drop the battle axe. There we go. I have a feeling a suit of scale mail is going to be worth more than a battle axe is. Although I suppose the smart thing to do would just be to save and go back to town, sell shit, come back and loot the rest of it. Around 2001, the Kmart near you had an old closeout electronics. Yes. Yup. Never again will we see anything like that, but boy howdy. Some good times. Okay, this is weapons. Need to vendor this. 3,600. Yeah, 6,000 for that scale mail. Take it. enchanted large wooden shield I don't really care too much about. A large pack. 110? Yeah, you betcha. There's no room in my medium pack. Shit. Can I... Alright. I'm gonna come out of here, drop our medium pack, go back in here, buy the large pack. Do you have anything else I care about? Not really, no. Okay. The heck is weight in this game? I have no idea. But it's very strange. You bet I'm gonna sell this medium pack back. There we go. This is worth like 5 gold, but 5 gold is 5 gold. First, sell you that, sell you that, sell you that. Okay. Not bad. Let's go ahead and deposit our coin. So now we're sitting at fucking 50,000 gold. Holy hell. Well, 50,000 copper, I should say. I should have rested. Should have rested before I came back. Get out of here, troll. Get out of here, ghost. Uh-oh, it's touching me and I'm getting weaker. I don't like that. I feel nimbler, I feel stronger. Alright, is it? Yeah, probably just stat drain. Joy. Don't forget the bank. Already done. Alright, let's go get all of our other loot here. 50,000 units of copper. It's like $8 in the scrapyard, probably. Saved up some allowance, went into Kmart, did something similar when they had sales, bought a bunch of old PlayStation games. Hell yeah. Like, that's the great shit, is just doing stuff like that. It's just so good. No room in my pack for a shield. Get out of here, little shitty shield. There we go. So what's... yeah, see, so the reason I can't put this in here is it said no room. It's because our shield is very bulky. One shield, we have 100,000 bulk, and one shield is 50,000. Jesus. I feel like I need to make the hydrate redeem cheaper. 100 just seems too rich for you guys making sure that I drink water. 100k bulk, you feel... Oh my god. I could just make it like 1, but then I'd have to put a timer on it because I know chat would just abuse that. I love it. Lobbing death magic down blind corridors. Feels good, man. White wolf. Where have all the good times gone? Capitalism. The only good times now are in the one place untouched by capitalism. Base. Scroll of levitation. And bracers that are just normal bracers and are probably not worth really a whole hell of a lot. Hello, ogre man. Let me nap, game. I just need my mana back. Thank you. Yes, I know that, Bitey Ferret. It's mostly just the interruptions that are getting me. And the airport noises. Where were those stairs? Okay, 2 sets of stairs down. We'll just take the first one here. So it should be like right up here. Somewhere? Okay, maybe not. I would have figured they'd be like right here. All right. Maybe they're up and to the right, like in the wall. Wow, okay. Those are some twisty, windy passageways. They're not straight up and down. Okay. All right. We got here an ungendered rat man and a giant red ant and a shadow. Shadow's mildly worrying. No, it'd be cold damage. It wouldn't work. I was gonna try like lobbing cold balls down here. But no. Let's see what we're dealing with. I go up. Will you follow? Ratman will. Okay, that's acceptable. Big gaps in your map make your wolf 3. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of secrets. Absolutely. 3 slot belt and the wand. Spell, identify, wand. Slow monster. All right, well, that'll be worth some money at least. Man, I hear this game's soundtrack and it just makes me want to play Dungeon Master 2 so bad. The good one. You pound the shadow until it stops moving. Please, this is a family stream. The horny chat, never change. Don't do anything to get me banned. You watch the playthrough of it. I like the game a lot. I like it. We talked about this last time. I like the game a lot more before you actually get into Stone Keep, or Skull Keep rather. It's a much more engaging experience, but still, it's a game that I enjoy. I think between it and the original, I think the original is a better, like, pure dungeon crawler, but overall, I think I like the second better as just a game. Yeah, like I would play a whole game of that, honestly, just the overland exploration and stuff. No more talk of Zine? I mean, Zine is never off the menu. Yeah, Dungeon Master 2 is not an overly long game, which honestly I'm kind of thankful for, because like both it and the first one, if you know where you're going in them, they're pretty quick to get through. And when it comes to that style of dungeon crawler, that's what I want, is I want to be able to get through it in like, 10 or 15 hours, which is one thing that actually kind of worries me about playing Grimrock 2, because that game is long. Like I expect I'm going to be playing it for probably like 20 to 30 hours. And like on stream, that's fine. But for Let's Plays, it's kind of... I think people get bored of the wait for game series that are that long. Whereas with streams, you can kind of just like bulk binge. And then, like viewership drops. And like my interest kind of wanes. But at the same time, only being able to play it for like an hour and a half a week does kind of keep me like chomping at the bit type of thing. Like I'm still at the point with it where I'm looking forward to every play session. What the hell is that? An acid trap, okay. I can't remember if there are traps in this that destroy your gear. I hope to hell there are not. Time to play, Wizardry 7. Actually, I don't think that Let's Play was... I mean, it was long, but... I don't remember how long that was. Let me check. It's not one of the longest I've done, I can tell you that much. Wizardry 7. I think it was like 40 hours, maybe? 49 hours. Okay, it was longer than I thought it was. It was 49, and Wizardry 8 was 43. Comparatively, Wizardry 6 was only 30, and I wanted more. But yeah, those... That kind of dungeon crawler, I'm generally going to top out at like 30 hours before I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to kind of move on here. Whatever the betrayal. Betrayal at Krondor? Betrayal at Krondor was pretty long. I don't think that's one of my longest ones, though. Let's see. Let's plays. They seriously only give Betrayal? No, it's at 4 or 5. Yeah, that was 45 hours. Like, when it comes to, like, my Let's Plays on the channel, I think the longest was, like, Fallout, maybe? Fallout 3? Fallout 3 was 62 hours. Pillars of Eternity was 48. Morrowind was 56. But I think the longest playthrough on the channel is Kingmaker. And it's like by a large margin. Kingmaker was 83 hours to get through. That game was, oh, far, far longer than I was prepared for when I went in. It was okay until like the very end, but dang. Okay, large iron shield. Is it magical? No, but it's cursed. Oh, it even changes the sprite. It's got like a skull and shit on it. That's so great. A cursed cape of protection. Like, that's so high effort for a little shitty icon-based game like this. It's, This makes me so happy. Maybe we're just carrying a bunch of magical shit. Tofu had a snazzy coat, it did. Yeah, the cursed stuff looks pretty freaking metal. Took you 95 hours to get to the house at the edge of time and then promptly flush it. Yeah, House at the Edge of Time is exactly where that game, as far as I'm concerned, completely falls apart. It's so bad. So bad. And like, yeah, generally speaking, I do get through games, I think, quicker than the average is given on like how long to beat. But I'm also a little bit more lackadaisical. Like, I'm not going, generally speaking, super hard into stuff. Like completing everything. See where you give up on Wrath of the Righteous. Oh, that fucking game. Oh man, I did not last nearly as long in Wrath of the Righteous before I was just done with Owlcat's bullshit. Oh hey. Alright. Dead wand we don't care about. I assume the quarterstaff and spear are probably non-magical. Essence of restore dexterity. Restores your dexterity, okay. So drain protection, I suppose. Yeah. Just drop both of those. Enjoyed Wrath until the end of the tutorial when they wanted you to do the map campaign stuff. I liked that, like the Heroes of Might and Magic, like combat and stuff. That didn't bother me. It was the everything else. Like the encounter balance in that game is Owlcat. It's rough. And like there were so many trash fights in it where it's like, oh yes, here's, you know, 5 super powered like ghoul white things, and you kill them, and then 2 steps later it's like, here's 5 more, and it's just like, fatigue. And I say that as somebody that generally doesn't mind the hack and slash in the games, but it's all like, you know, I'm okay with hack and slashy stuff where you have, wow, that thing just rolled me. You have trash fights where you don't have to think and you just murder things, and it feels nice because you feel powerful. And in Wrath of the Righteous, that was like never the case, which blew my mind because like everything I read about that game, it was like people saying, oh yeah, you know, once you get into to the point where you've got your mythic levels, it gets like super easy. And I'm like, what the fuck are you playing? But yeah, it is very, the Heroes of Might and Magic combat stuff is very, very straightforward. Yeah, it's not deep at all. Exactly, Bitey Ferret. That is exactly the kind of shit that I'm talking about. And it's just like, nope. And there was a couple points where I would actually, like, I was pulling out the adventure path and, like, looking at encounters and stuff, and the buffs, wow. I thought that was a warrior, and it was not. The buffs that they give enemies, like, there's a fight early game where you fight, like, this dude in a, like, a dining hall type thing. And in the tabletop game, it's just him, and like, maybe a couple ads. And in Wrath of the Righteous, he's, like, got, like, 5 extra levels, and is just, has this horde of minions with him. It's just like, good God. All right, Berserker. Okay, I thought he was like a special encounter or something with how he beat my ass, but I guess not. Mythic feels powerful, you're going chaotic good in the first spell, you pretty much obliterates dim rates, it's only 3 cans a day for now. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it also depends on what difficulty settings you're playing it on. I played it on core, which, when you read it, core is, you know, these are as the rules should be, but then you actually play the game and it's not. If you're playing it on normal, I would imagine it's a much tamer, more reasonable experience. Because that's what happened with me in Kingmaker, is I played through the game on core, and I got to the final boss fight and I literally could not kill him. And so I dropped the difficulty 1, I dropped it from core to normal, and then I did the boss fight and I, like, didn't have to commit anything to it. It's ridiculous. Playing on easy, fuck yeah, you do you, man. You're having fun with it, that's what matters. Absolutely, and I mean, they let you toggle difficulty options and stuff whenever you want, which I think is great. That is, one thing I will give those games is that they have some of, if not the best difficulty settings I have ever seen, like, in a CRPG. And I'm, like, super thankful, because then, like, you know, you don't have to be like me, get a bunch of hours in and then be like, well, you know, I'm fucking done with this, I'm so frustrated. So, like, Wrath of the Righteous, I might return to on the channel at some point, and just play through it on, like, you know, baby story mode or whatever, just to get through the game. But for now, I have things that I would rather, other things that I would rather play. Like, I'm having a good time with Rogue Trader so far. Admittedly, I'm early in the game, but it's been decent enough so far. I also am not familiar with the system enough that I'd notice bullshit, which is also probably helpful. But I'm also playing that one, I'm just playing that on normal. I didn't tinker with the difficulty settings at all for that. Let's see how that goes. Realistically, it's a game that I'm gonna put a bunch of time into, like 10 or 15 hours, and then be like, alright, I need to stop playing this so that I can stream it. Which I'm sure will happen at some point. Babby difficulty, or how you play through half of Divinity Original Sin 2? Yes. Yes, oh god, yes. Divinity, oh. I mean, I could do Rogue Trader. I could do Rogue Trader instead of Pillars of Eternity 2. I'm sure Schmoop would love that. But no, and in the playthrough I'm playing like a psyker, and it's of course it's Rove, and so I'm using every excuse to be just a raging asshole to everyone, and it's glorious. What's that? Oh, there's Runir, the Hill Giant Lord. Nope. But I mean, here, let me pull up my Let's Play list. Do I die to one hit? No, sadly not. He's squishy as fuck, but he's not that squishy. All right, let me swap this over. Because we're done with Might and Magic, and we're done with Simon's Quest. So Pillars of Eternity 2. Then we'll have a palette cleanser. And then Rogue Trader. There. Now, if nothing else, it will be on my memory, because what I have played of it thus far, I have enjoyed. I've liked the character leveling aspects and stuff, so... Everybody, well, that's the other thing is, you know, your character's a rogue trader, which in Warhammer lore is like a big fucking deal. So you kind of have an excuse to be an asshole. And you can also just make your minions be assholes for you, which is hilarious. Well, before you looms a gigantic figure out of legend. Long ago, in a more peaceful time, your godparents spun tales of the 9 worlds around you. The worlds of the Aesir and Vanir, gods above, the world of the dead and the dark dwarfs below, and grim worlds of frost and flame and stone through which stride the mighty Jotun, called giants, in these rare times when they walk the earth. The enormous being before you can only be such a Jotun, taller and broader than any man or even an ogre, yet equipped and accoutred in a manner that suggests intelligence much beyond any mere monster. Eyes gleam with evil, meet your gaze. Giant rubs his broad chin and shouts in a gravelly bass, "Who is the impertinent human who would visit great Runir with a weapon drawn?" At last, you confront the one who destroyed your foster parents' farm, who burned and pillaged the simple hamlet which sheltered you, who in pursuit of you has slaughtered all you held dear. He notes your mounting rage and chuckles. "Ah, so you are the one I was to kill, the little creature who caused such a disturbance in the upper fortress. I suspected that those villagers were too meek to have been the threat I sought. How kind of you now to come to me so that I may finish the task properly. My lord need never know of my initial failure. Guards, destroy this foolish pest." An imperious gesture from Runir summons a squad of armored ogres. As they rush at you, the giant hefts a boulder in one hand, immediately fleeing. Yeah, no. Rogue Trader seems pretty good thus far based on what I've played. Would definitely play more. Does he summon? Did he summon an extra ogre down there? Is that how this is working? Okay, I was hoping you would follow me up here. All right, so what we're gonna do is immediately portal away. That is, I mean, technically what I wanted to do, but also a little bit much. I'm in a portion of the dungeon I cannot otherwise. This fucking game. Okay. Back into Banditburg here. Careful not to die. Rogue Trader is a turn-based RPG, but it plays very much like XCOM or Mechanicus. But it has deep RPG mechanics. Like it's a chunky RPG. You have gear and all of that. It's not straightforward and simple. Like you gain levels and you have like talent trees and shit. The character creation in it, or customization in it, looks like it's really fucking deep, which of course excites me. But the combat itself plays like XCOM, like Wasteland, you know, your typical turn-based RPG fare. It's grid-based. The mortally wounded Runir staggers and falls to one knee, descending to your eye level. One huge hand points at you. You brace for a counterspell as the giant traces a serpentine pattern with a carmine glowing finger, hissing sibilantly. Suddenly, he coughs and chokes, and the spell flickers out prematurely. He gasps and meets your gaze again. "My lord thinks that you dead." A short bark of giantish laughter dies into a rattle as his eyes glaze and he pitches over dead. Vengeance is yours. With patience and courage worthy of the great Aesir, you have wrought vengeance for yourself, your foster parents, and your village. All the pain of the recent weeks comes from the designs of the enormous being Runir. Now his body lies dead before you. His depredations have come to an end. But who sent Runir? To whom or what did he report? Why were you selected to receive his malign attentions? These questions haunt you. As impelled by a nagging suspicion, you search the battered body of the dead giant. A familiar glint from under its jerkin steps your breath momentarily. There, with trembling hands, you lay forth a shining amulet, or you draw forth a shining amulet, which warms immediately to your touch, left for you by your dead and unknown father, kept in trust for you by your slain foster parents, stolen by Runir's brigands. Now, recovered by your heroism, you now hold in your hands the promised legacy, the key to your unknown birthright. It seems to glow faintly in greeting and grows unnaturally warm as you think of your father. Without hesitation, you place the amulet around your neck where it fits you perfectly. Do I actually have it? No. Okay. Plot items. Is this the end? Is this the end of Castle of the Winds? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. I don't think it is. It's too heavy. We are so overburdened we cannot carry a scroll. Let's identify some stuff here. Oh, was that the final fight of the first game? Holy shit. If that's the final fight of this first game, I need to check. How long to beat? You think it was? Jesus Christ. How long to beat has this pegged at being like 8.5 hours? Castle of the Winds. Yeah, how long to beat has it at 8.5 hours and 10 hours for a completionist run based on 4 people, and the rushed time is 2 hours and 42 minutes. Good God. Took you around 4 hours. I've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes for this recording. So, all right. I mean, it's time to be calling the stream. So I suppose this is as good a place as any. Submit the VOD to speedruns. No, I'll pass on that. I do want to come down here and murder this guy really quick and see if there's any loot down here. Oh, he died! Video games. I'm glad I saved. Kill Rungnir, immediately murdered by an ogre. Okay, I'm gonna... Ah, there's our amulet. Yoink. Staff. Elixir of speed. Okay. Now I'm saving.